team like Lipscomb who can shoot the ball, moves the ball well, after what happened on Saturday in Indiana, how much is communicating on defense just vital for tomorrow night?
Well, I think it's vital every game. And, I think we're learning in those tough moments where we don't communicate well enough. They've hurt our team. So we need to be better in those areas. And Lipscomb obviously is a really efficient offensive team and a high-scoring team, a team that'll play, both quick and long into the shot clock. And communication, really, regardless of the opponent, is extremely important in the game.
Ryan said that since then you guys have made an emphasis in practice to make sure that they're getting the ball in the paint. Threes are good, but you got to make sure that it's getting in the paint first. Just how much have you guys been working on that?
Well, we've only practiced one day, but it's something that we've talked about a lot throughout the preseason. And you give Indiana credit because they kept it out of there, but I didn't think that we worked to get it in as hard as we should have. I thought we took some quick shots. I think an efficient offense gets the ball in the paint and then makes the right decision from there. So if you converge on penetration, then a lot of times the answer is to see out, and those are the type of three-point shots that you'd like to have a lot more of than we had. We didn't have. There were a few possessions where we never cracked the three-point line, yet we're shooting with 12-10 on the shot clock. So it's not like we were impatient, but we never tested or tried to crack the ball over the three-point line and into the lane line. And I just don't think you can be successful offensively if that's how you play. And it bit us, and hopefully we learn from it.
Is it driving with dribble penetration from the wings and guards? Is it post ups? Is it all of that stuff?
It's everything. It's everything. The few times that we tried to drive the ball, it was, well, you try to drive it. He got stopped, and then he'd throw it to his buddy, then he'd try to drive it. And it's just that's like 1-on-3. That's one-on-one basketball, and that doesn't win you a lot of games. And again, our guys weren't doing it in any way, shape, or form out of selfishness. They were doing it more out of inexperience. And, you go on the road, things aren't going to always go smoothly. But, I should have corrected it, and we should have rectified it during the course of the game. And the only thing we can do now is learn from it. So we have to be able to be a team that posts it, that drives it, that set plays it there, and offensive rebounds it there.
When Ryan was in here, he was saying that, all the close games that you guys have had, he thinks that having that adversity this early will help going into conference play. Is that how you see it as well?
I don't know how I see it. I hate losing, and we have to get better because of the experiences that we have, both when we win and when we lose.
Chris, when it comes to this team improving, heading down that right path, what are some of those areas that you feel like that you guys need to get better in right away?
Well, I talked about it offensively. Defensively, you brought it up, the miscommunication at times, the defensive recognition and awareness of what a team's running, and being able to, you get beat once on something. Great job on the other side of the ball, on the other bench, but there was an action that hurt us 3 or 4 times. I don't want to say in a row, but down the stretch in the second half, and when we fixed A, B hurt us. When we fixed A and B, C hurt us, and we got to be better than that. And part of it is the communication that you talked about. Hopefully we can be better with time and score situations than we were on Saturday. But there's a whole lot to improve on.
What do you see with Lipscomb, and what kind of challenge do they present?
Yeah, well, they're a confident group. They're a group that's been together for a while. They pass the ball exceptionally well. Every pass that's made is made with some zip on it. So they're always in, constant pursuit of getting a great shot. I think they have the right type of balance of going inside and out. Their big kid, Mayberry, is an extraordinary passer. You don't see that often. He has a real gift to find teammates. And then when you leave him alone, he'll score the ball. And so, Matthews is a high-level wing. He scores at all three levels. They're very, very well coached. They run a lot of stuff. And then defensively, they're very, very connected on the defensive end. You drive, they're going to converge, a little bit like Bellarmine at the beginning of the year. It's like when you drive, they're going to have two or three guys, taking numbers, ready to take charges.
Chris, Ryan seems like a guy who's playing with more confidence this year than he ever has here. He even talked about his range has actually improved, that he can go a little farther back. How much, when he is on the floor, that helps you guys with the ability to spread out the defense?
Helps a lot. Ryan is an elite level shooter. And, I've been around guys that can shoot the ball, but, he also can set you up with a shot fake. He got Kristen a couple wide open threes because not only was his defender running at him, but other defenders start to run at him. The challenge for Ryan is when he gets in the lane, he has to quit playing off of 1 foot and jumping in the air and trying to find somebody. And he's got to take that same type of moxie on, when it comes to his passing. And I think he's getting tougher on the defensive end. He used to be a sieve. Guys go right around him. Now he's taking a lot more pride in that. But I need him to take a lot more pride in landing on 2 feet in the lane, being stronger with the ball, and not always getting cutesy with his passes and just completing them.
Do you want Kristen to be more aggressive every single game in terms of driving to the basket, or is it kind of like a game-by-game situation where, sometimes you need him to just kind of focus on stepping back and slowing everyone else down?
I don't know how to answer that. As a point guard, I think he just got to do what the game tells him to do. If there's 2 guys on him, he's got to pass the ball. I think if there's a lane that's open, he needs to get in it, and he needs to be in control, which he has, virtually the entire year. When he's disrespected, he's got to be able to shoot the ball. And then, like a quarterback, he's got to be able to organize his team and get him in the right spots and, run his team. And he's got to be, defensively the head of our team. I think he's doing a great job.
Darius' shot is just not falling right now, it seems like. Is he taking good shots and he's just missing? What have you seen on film from
Sometimes. My concern with Darius, and I've said this, isn't his play. It's his response to his play. That's it. You go for 9, you go for 15, nobody cares. But, you can't slump your shoulders. You can't feel bad for yourself. Like, nobody has time for that. Our team is the most important thing. And he's a young guy with a lot of talent, and he's learning that. I wish he'd learn a little faster. But if they could do and he could do what you're asking him to do, he wouldn't need a coach.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
Thank you.